Welcome. Thank you for watching this video about New Church Westville's mission and how we're going to accomplish it. We're going to be talking about different perspectives to help us understand how we can accomplish the mission. To start off with, we're going to look at the mission. The mission of New Church Westville is to help the people of Westville grow closer to the Lord God Jesus Christ in His second coming. To understand that mission, the next thing is to look at things from a different perspective. The first perspective we're going to look at is the external perspective, which is what do we need to focus on to meet the needs of people outside the church? I'm going to suggest that there are two things that we could do. First is to become welcoming and friendly. Somebody came to our church and said, hey, I liked spending time with those people. I felt like a part of them. That would be a significant piece of it. The other thing I would suggest is that we need to offer relevant and valuable worship classes. That means that somebody would want to come and learn what we're offering to teach them. If we were able to meet those two needs, then we would be able to be accomplishing our mission much better. From the internal perspective, what do we need to focus on to achieve our mission? There are lots of things that we could be focusing on, and I'm going to suggest we narrow it down to three. The three that I suggest we focus on are invitation, integration into church, and Sunday worship. These are the three systems we need to have in place in order to meet the needs from that external perspective. The next perspective we need to look at is learning and growth. And these are what we as an organization need to do to learn and grow to put those internal systems in place. Now I want to say that learning and growth means learning and growth. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be hard, whereas easy we'd already be doing them. And the first one I want to suggest is probably the most challenging. Offering personal invitation. Now, it is the most challenging, but we want to offer support in it. We've attached a survey that you're going to be taking to help us understand how you want to be involved. Most of the options under the survey are self-explanatory. Some of them have been starred to show emphasis as to what we think is important. And I want to take a minute to explain one or two of these options as we go through the areas of learning and growth. Under personal invitation, I want to talk about workshops. What I mean by workshops is I'd like to talk in a community and as a group about strategies for invitation and also talk about how to talk about church. The second area of learning growth is breaking out of our comfort zone. It's easy to fall into a pattern socially at church. On the survey, there are two areas I'd like for us to talk about. One is the greeter program, where you'd show up early on Sunday and you'd help give a warm and friendly face to the church. The second is a workshop, where you'd get together and we'd talk about the systems that other churches use to be a warm and friendly environment, and how to talk to new people. The third area under learning and growth is consistent quality in worship. Now for consistent quality in worship, this is an area of focus for Malcolm and myself, because we want you to feel confident that you're inviting people to a quality worship service. And there are ways that you can also contribute to a quality service, some of which you'll find on the survey. The final area for us to learn and growth is marriage and family support. This is something we've said we want to do, and it's something we still need to get up and off the ground. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what this program looks like. For the marriage and family system, there are three major pieces of the program. The first is premarital education and counseling. We want to prepare people to succeed at their marriage and family relationships. The second piece is strengthening existing relationships. This is like professional development for marriage. And the third area of the program is helping troubled marriages. Other churches who have troubled marriage programs in place, a couple within the church sits down with a couple who's struggling, and they help them through their challenges. Churches who do this find 80 or 90% success rate. So how do you get involved? I'm going to suggest some steps to that. The first is personal relationship development and growth. If you have found something that really helped your marriage, you'll naturally want to share it with other people. Once you're helping yourself, you can help other people with what you've learned. The third is developing leadership, which includes facilitating marriage groups, much like we did with the journey groups, and also helping plan and run marriage and family events. Now I want to emphasize you can jump in at any of these levels, but this is sort of a natural progression. If you are feeling uncomfortable, just start with yourself. But know that we're going to be asking you to progress as well. So we've looked at these different perspectives to accomplish our mission, and these build upward from the bottom. So we're asking you to take the survey so that as we learn and grow, we'll get these systems in place. And as we get these systems in place, we'll meet the needs of people who are outside the church. And in meeting their needs, we will be accomplishing the Lord's mission to help people grow closer to the Lord God, Jesus Christ, in his second coming.